Coach, obviously a long way until February 13th, but you get your guys out here for the first scrimmages. What kind of excites you about this team this year?
Well, I mean, I don't think it's hard if you just get in the park. I mean, you can tell there's a ton of talent. Obviously, a lot of new, too. You know, if you're a fan, heck, most of us, we forget the guys' names, right? A little bit. No, I mean, 25 new guys, only 14 returners. That's certainly something we're, and as we've attempted to do over the last 40 days, you just implement a lot of system stuff, a lot of I don't want to say totally basics, but like a lot of the basics you have to get in. And, today being the first time where it's 0-0, a hitter hits the ball, there's an error, how do you react? Like, those different things, you really don't get to that till you get to that. And so today being the first day of team and having a good, crowd and obviously having a lot of scouts here, which obviously nobody gets drafted on September 30th. I cross-check my notes. No one does. But just having that around, it adds an element that we always want for our guys, which is a lot of people, a lot of eyes on them, and see who handles it and not. And just because you don't handle it well today doesn't have any future reflection of what you are. But I was excited about what I saw. In some areas, some things do have to be better, and they have to be better in a hurry to keep everybody pleased. But talent and energy, and I mean the guys. What I was happy with is kind of a on the field thing, but they seem to have a lot of positive energy towards each other, which I think that's a part that has nothing to do with coaches, nothing to do with support. That's an internal thing amongst all of our players, and they seem to have that a little bit, with probably even earlier than some other teams we've had, and so that excites me.
You mentioned that positive energy, and with 25 new guys, just how good is that to have just going into this fall? Well, it's going to be a grind these next 45-day window.
It is. I mean, they have skills, they have things to work with, whatever their profession is, whether they're a pitcher, an elite defender, a bat. I think you see a little sprinkle of all of them. If you watch Aaron Piasecki hit today, you're like, oh wow, that guy's pretty good. Jay Boroff, new guy from Enterprise State, just shellacking every ball, 111. Obviously, you see the returners, Blake going 410 to center, and Jimmy hitting every ball like a rocket. Those things are exciting. You see the onslaught of stuff and velocity that really, carried through I guess we played 9 innings, so 18 guys throwing, that's pretty cool. And we have some guys that just we're holding out just because whether they're a little sick or a little bit just not ready to throw live yet, but most guys are. And so you should come in here, and it doesn't take a trained eye to know that they have skills, but skills get you, to the dance. In order to finish, you got to know how to win close games, make proper decisions, not make mistakes, which I think a little bit, if we're being totally transparent, that's what we didn't do great. But it's also the first time you play a long game, first time you play 9. So there's obviously an understanding of that, but I would like for it to be better, but I know that it will.
Obviously a lot of new faces, but offensively a lot of returning production, and getting Steve and Blake back for that 5th year can give you guys a big boost.
Oh, no doubt. Steve got his shoulder taken care of in the summer, and he's progressing quite well. As I mentioned, Blake played very well and was amazing. Post the season for us in the Northwoods. There's a lot of returning there. Obviously we only return 21% of our innings, but it's about 62% of our production offensively. And I think there's a lot of different things that we'll be able to do. I think some of those new guys are going to blend in incredibly well on the offensive side. New guys have to blend in on the pitching side. It's just the mathematics of it. But I think we got the guys to do it. And so I'm just excited for all of us to get to coach them and to see them grow with one another. And it'll be interesting to see what it looks like in a week, and then 2 weeks, and then in 3 weeks you play Kennesaw, so you get an outside competition. It'll be a fun group. But like you said, it's just day one, so we'll see where it gets to.
On the pitching side of things, like you said, 21% of the innings, but a lot of transfers coming in. What were you guys kind of looking for in the transfer portal with those pitchers?
We were able to garner a lot of guys with, experience, guys that threw a lot of innings at, solid D1s, whether it be Blake Dean, Cooper Ellingworth, Tommy Egan. You go to a D2 and get a Ben Stubbs that, is a left-hander, 96 miles an hour, is, very good. Dylan Alonso threw a ton of innings at his JUCO. Mateo Pare, Tate Farquhar. There's so many, and I just named those because I know they threw the front end of the game. We could go down the list, but we're going to need all parties. What I like is we have a diverse collection of arms. While a lot of them have stuff, they kind of get to their result in different ways. So I think it'll provide us options as we forecast what it's going to look like when you're in winning time and you need to mix match in games. I think we got some different things that we're going to be able to throw at you from a pitching side. But those guys are going to earn what they get, and this is just the first step to see how they handle game environments.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, Blake, it's a new season, a lot of new players in this team. You're obviously, one of the seniors, I guess. How have you seen this new team mesh just through this first month?
Actually pretty good. We hang out on the afternoons, which is big for us. We hang out all day. We got a class together. We study all together, and it showed out here today on the field. It looks like we had a connection out there. Boys played well. Pitchers were firing us up. Hitters were chirping right back. It was a great day for us.
First scrimmage today, how good did it feel just to get back out there?
Really good, actually. We've been waiting for about 4 weeks now, and then finally they sent out the schedule. We got a game today, and it was a good game. Ended up in a tie. The other team came back in the last inning to make it exciting, but everyone's very excited to get back out here on the weekend.
You look at this offense, you bring back yourself and a bunch of other key guys on the offensive side, and also brought in some transfers, I guess. How deep do you feel like this lineup can be?
Real deep. I think we've got 16, 17 hitters, real deep. We've got Nico in, Aaron, just some of the new guys. They bang. Jay, they're hitting the balls 110 all day with Jimmy Janicki. So it's going to be scary middle of the lineup all year.
You got that fifth year of eligibility to come back to Troy, I guess. What went into your decision, hey, I'm going to take my fifth year, I'm happy here?
Skylar Meade, Ben Wolgamolt, Ryan Feynman, the people at Troy, the teammates. Steve's coming back with me, so I was very happy to get back, and the team we have this year is going to be very good to compete.
After summer ball, you had a pretty successful summer. How can you kind of translate that into this fall?
It was just non-stop baseball for the last year, so I just never stopped playing. So I've been timing good, hitting good. So it's just second nature to me right now.
Who do you feel like has really stood out of some of the new guys?
Aaron Pisecki, I'd say Crotchfeld that pitched today. Mateo, I like Mateo a lot. But Stubbs, lefty in mid-90s, that's coming in wicked. Lucas Littrell, Nico, I could just keep naming everybody, I think, so far.
We mentioned that a lot of returning guys offensively, a lot of new pitchers. What's it been like facing those new guys?
Actually tough. The first few weeks they dominated us, but I think we're finally coming around to get our timing in, and now today it showed that it was our turn to get our payback.
You're always one of the most competitive guys in these scrimmages, and you did hit a home run today. It's just how cool did that feel?
It actually felt good. First day out here, got a good pitch after the not so good first two at bats, and then felt good, and then took us to the lead, and then that's how the game goes at the end.
What does this mindset of this team have to be just throughout the rest of the fall to get you guys ready for spring?
What do we got? 46 straight days. We're excited. No breaks, nothing. We're going to get 15 to 18 games in. Everyone can't wait. We got practice Thursday, Friday, scrimmage Saturday, Sunday, and then we're straight for the 7 straight days. Everyone's excited to get out here, keep playing, and February 16th comes soon.
Appreciate you, Blake.
Thank you.